freedom in terms of if you wish to come just once only, and those 5 days, our unit typically goes for 5 days. So in those 5 days, you want to present all 3 presentations, it can be done, provided you are ready. So that can be possible. We may do some adjustment and then that can be done. But if you are ready, otherwise you can come every month and do your part of presentations. So you can see August coming month, we have presentation, which is Srimad Bhagavatam class on Canto 7 to 9. So every student will have a verse from Canto 7 to 9. A verse will be given and you can prepare on that verse. Regular Bhagavatam class in the format that we just showed. And at the end of the unit, we have typically CBEs, right? Closed book exams. So this time for these next 3 units, there is no closed book exam because there is no teaching of the unit. But instead of that, on the closed book exam date, we will have the shloka test. So what we are doing is we are splitting the whole batch into 6 different groups. And on one day only, the shloka test will be over. The day of the closed book exam. So that day, all of you will appear for the shloka test. Again, this shloka test also is on-site. Shloka test is will be conducted orally and it will be conducted in person. So it's best that for these presentations and shloka test, you can come to the temple and take these presentations, take the shloka test, and that is it. And that's done like that. For shloka test also, it is actually easiest to hold it via, in person like that. If somebody has absolutely problem of coming in person, then you can let me know and then we can try to see. But then if you just can't make it, then all those 2 cameras and then sitting in front of cameras and all that will be needed, 2 devices. So it's best, I would say, I would very much strongly recommend all of you can come and take the shloka test peacefully in temple, and then you can move for your services. So September also, you can see Srimad Bhagavatam class on Canto 10 will be there. So everyone will receive a verse from Canto 10 and different verses. And then you can present on that particular verse. October will be PPT presentation on Canto 7 to 9. So a topic of presentation based on Canto 7 to 9. And then at the end of the unit, Shloka test 3 will be there. So I have shared with Arjuneshwar Prabhu the shlokas for every shloka test. Shloka test 1, 2, 3, and 4. Every shloka test has 25 verses. All the 4 files are shared with him. He will share that with you today itself. So 25, 25, 25, 25. Like that, we have 100 verses in the Bhakti Vedanta course to be memorized and spoken by memory, recited by memory, like that. So tomorrow we will be sharing the schedule of day-wise, like group 1, the candidates, various candidates who is on the day 1 of the unit, day 2, day 3, like that. So total schedule will be published tomorrow with also the verse number, which verse in Canto 7 to 9 you will be getting. So that complete schedule will be done it will be sent to you tomorrow itself. I based on these names. Basically, we are allotting the verses. Alphabetical order names are there, and each one will receive a verse accordingly in the alphabetical order. So, like that, that schedule, complete detailed schedule of which day who presents what, and that you will receive tomorrow, along with shloka test schedule also. So that is it, especially in these 2. Shloka test and Bhagavatam class aspect. So now what remains apart from this is in the presentations, There will be one more Srimad Bhagavatam class, which will be on Canto 11 to 12. Because there are 3 SB classes, Srimad Bhagavatam classes. So one more Bhagavatam class will happen on Canto 7 to Canto 11, 12. And then one more presentation also, which will be on 10, 11, 12, Canto 10 to 12, one more presentation. So that we will do after some time when at least 10th Canto is finished and 11th is begun, so that you will have some ease and convenience to prepare the topic. Right now, all these presentations which are doing, they are on the topics or they are on the portion which is covered already. 7 to 9 is done, and also Canto 10's, all the verses, Bhagavatam class that you will be giving, all the verses are already covered. So like this, we are having presentations only on the portion which is covered, taken already. Shloka tests are irrespective of whether the portion is covered or not. Shloka tests are independent, so you can just appear for them. Krishna. So this is it that I wanted to present. Do you wish to ask anything, any of you?
Lot of questions are there, Prabhu. May I ask?
Yeah, sure.
Prabhu, practical difficulty is coming in front first. That in September first week, I have this yoga diploma exam, for which this August month is very going to be very compact. And so after September first week, I become free. And we are at the tail end after 1 year. So can I move this thing from September and October and November also, if possible? Is it a possibility? Because the second point I want to make is the presentations are okay, everything is okay, but that shloka memorization, me being a little older, the first 25 are done. Actually, last year I have memorized, but now I have to revise it. But second and third unit, these 25 takes time, will take time for me. Once this exam is over, I'm free to really memorize it properly. In this situation, what should I do?
See, Prabhu, yeah, you can write separately. I would recommend that you can take in October all 3 presentations if you wish. Okay.
Yes.
So you don't take in anything in September or August, but you take everything in October and you can present. So for these September and August, September, you just attend others' presentation, no problem.
Online,
you, yeah, but you
okay.
can do in October all the presentations.
And sloka tests, I might have to.
So we can discuss separately
Okay,
because
fine,
it is
Prabhu.
something individual. So maybe.
Fine. Yes, Prabhu. Hari Krishna.
Okay. Anyone else? Archa Vigraha Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam Mataji.
We had told that 25 shloka last year, we have memorized that. But for Matajis who will be taking the test, and secondly, my question papers I have written and given in PDF, and I tried to check my marks which were given for the previous test conducted, but I have not received any result as such. So is it necessary that I should come there and find out what are my marks and all, because it has not.
Mataji, I'll answer about especially the shloka test thing. The judges for Matajis will be Matajis only, senior Matajis.
Last time Jan Mataji had taken for us.
Okay, so we'll let you know. I mean, those whoever are the examiners, but Matajis will be the examiners for Mataji. Yes. And as far as your other problems about exams and all, yeah, you can tell that separately. You can write a mail. We can look into the issue, what has happened. No problem.
No, I'm doubtful because I have sent PDF. Others are sending you directly on mail. Na?
But that's okay, Mataji. I'm saying, yeah, you can write separately. No problem.
Okay.
Yes.
And for presentation, what we have to do for Mataji only will be taking for us.
Yes. For Matajis, the jury judges will be either Matajis or some very senior Grahastha devotees. Okay. Like that we have arranged. Okay, they will be the judges.
Okay, thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Vraja Krishna Prabhu.
So there is nothing like project now. Previously, you were mentioning about the project, so no project, only this presentation and class.
No, there is a thesis, no thesis to be completed. But I said that about the thesis announcement, I will make it in beginning of August unit. A complete announcement about thesis, how it is to be written, what is the expectation, and what are the topics that I said in the beginning that I'll announce it in the beginning of next unit, meaning
Okay.
August.
So I think I missed that.
No problem. So you have 4 components here also in Bhakti Vedanta. You have closed book, you have thesis, you have presentations, and shloka test. These 4 components in assessment.
And presentation include Bhagavatam and PPT
Yeah,
presentation.
presentation means both. Bhagavatam class is also presentation and PPT is also presentation.
So as you said, like I can come in October and give 3 presentation also and all 3 shloka tests also in 1 month.
Yeah, you can do that. No problem. It's just that, yeah, you can participate in August and September. You can attend others' presentation because it's also, yeah, I mean, for all of you, I'm not just telling this to you, everyone. See, in this Bhakti Vedanta, we also want that everyone participates in the sessions. Maybe in Bhakti Vaibhav, some of you had individual presentations where only judge was there, but that's not really the expectation of Bhakti Vedanta, especially from board of exam. That here you can interact, you can ask questions. So students should be attending others' presentations also. So all of you, your presentation, you can do it, but also please make sure that you enthusiastically participate in others' presentation. You may give your feedback, ask questions, give some valid, proper inputs, everything. So that is fine. So if, yes, Prabhu, as a someone who is staying outside of Pune in Bangalore, so if you wish to come in October once only and do everything, that is fine. It's up to you. Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Suvarna Gaur Hari Prabhu.
Yes, Guruji. Means while others are presenting, can we attend it online from here? Or
If you are outside of Pune, no problem. Yeah, it's okay.
yeah, because for us also, August, September may be busy because for new temple completion.
Yeah, that is agreed, Prabhu. But just as, I mean, it's like any other unit, unit of Bhakti Vedanta. So we have unit of Bhakti Vedanta in August and September. So you can attend online. No.
Yes. And regarding pending closed book exams, I wanted to check with you. Should I call you personally?
Your own exam or overall,
yes,
everyone's?
My exams, yeah.
We can, yeah, separately. You can, actually, you can let Arjuneshwar Prabhu know. He will arrange.
Okay.
Yes. Vanmali Govind Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji, Dhanvat Pranam.
Pranam.
In October, we have a plan of Vrindavan Yatra from 20 to 27, and then we have IIYC from 2nd to 6th. So can the dates be put accordingly? Otherwise, we'll miss. And
Yes,
October is
sure,
the likely month we will come.
Yeah. So Arjuneshwar Prabhu, see, this dates is something which you only should give me, because you know the requirements of students, engagements. I think you all have I-leads also, right? I-leads and some other things. So then Arjuneshwar Prabhu, you should only suggest the dates, those 5 days when we should have that set of presentations. You can let me know. I don't have any say on it. Okay.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah. So please arrange in a way that nobody has to miss their any programs or like that. So you can arrange in that way.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Yeah. Yes, Prabhu, no problem. Anything else? Anyone wants to check?
Prabhuji, regarding, okay, some Balbhat Kripapu wants to.
Balbhadra Kripa Prabhu. Yeah.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Now, Prabhuji, this is my proposal because October we have GBC meeting in Pune, November Yatra, December is the marathon, and so many parallel activities are there. So, can we take this August, September, October for preparation of everything, and January onwards we can start
No,
the
bro, actually,
presentation.
it's not such a big thing, bro. I mean,
Mm.
see, you are giving Bhagavatam classes already. What you need to prepare?
No, I'm not.
Most of you are Bhagavatam speakers. So really, I was wondering, first I thought that whether we should have all three presentations in 1 week only. And you are all capable to prepare like that. One Bhagavatam class today, and then day after tomorrow another, and then one day later also another presentation. You can complete in that way also. It is not going to be that difficult, so no problem. See, we won't have any teaching here happening, right? So instead of that, we can have this set of presentations. It has been pending also from long time, and this way a major section of assessment can get over, Prabhu. See, you have enough time actually for you to prepare one Bhagavatam class in a month. It's not a big deal for any of you. So that's why I do understand the other engagements are there, but yeah, they'll be there always, right? So now here you don't have to, instead of preparing for closed book or like that, you and writing any open book, you just give that time for preparation of presentations. That's it. Balbhadra Kripa Prabhu, okay.
There is a struggle between services, Prabhuji, lot of.
Yeah, no, that's okay. You can hand. I mean,
Yes, Prabhuji.
it's okay. Yeah, if you have really some trouble, let me know. But yeah, otherwise it should be okay. I don't think so. It's not a very difficult schedule. That's why presentation also I kept in the end. See, because Bhagavatam class may not need much preparation in the sense like a PPT. In Bhagavatam class, you are not expected to produce a PPT. If you wish to, it's up to you. But in Bhagavatam, you can speak it like a generic Bhagavatam. But presentation, you will need a PowerPoint certainly. So that's why it is put at the last, so that right now you can begin and prepare something so that it will be ready by October. Yeah.
Prabhuji, I'm Kamlakan Das.
Yeah, yes. Please speak.
Instead of August, September, October, 3 weeks, 3 times we are keeping all the 3 months. Can we have alternate month, like August we will have presentation and sloka, and September normal classes will be happening and we'll have a closed exam, and then September like that, and then August, September, October again presentation and sloka, and next month classes will happen, and again next month presentation sloka, so that
is
they get
yes.
sufficient time for presentation and sloka instead of quickly keeping, because we are not completing the batch as of now, like it will take more years also, 1-2 years or what, maybe.
Yeah, it will 1
So
year at
there
least.
is no hurry to make sloka exams and presentations and make devotees uncomfortable.
Achha,
This
really,
is the
that's what I want to see. How many are uncomfortable?
at least I feel that
how many are
sloka
uncomfortable
exam
with
for
this
1
schedule?
month is like too early.
Okay,
If we get sufficient time, then devotees will be more happy, because we are not just doing bhakti only. We have departments.
No, we are not going into any ideology. Let us speak practical. Who has
So that's it.
who feels
We have
that
sufficient
shloka
time.
test?
So
Prabhu, let
thinking
me
that-
complete. Let me complete, Prabhu. I understood your point. So I'm saying for 3 weeks, I mean 3 months, if we keep 3 shloka tests, how many of you feel it is difficult for you to do? Maybe Arjuneshwar Prabhu, you take a vote in the classroom there, and others who are online, please raise your hands online. You feel that shloka test in 3 months, 3 units, 3 shloka test is difficult, and so that's why better we keep it in different way. I would like to know how many feel like that. There are 6, 7 from, okay. 7 from online. Arjunesh Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji.
What is the count there in onset?
Offline, how many? Sloka recitation, who cannot give in next consecutive 3 months, 3 sloka test. Prabhuji, some devotees have problem here also.
Yeah, how many have?
2 devotees.
2. And we have 8 devotees from online. 8 plus 2, 10. So out of 33, 10 devotees have problem. So 30%, right? 30% devotees have problem, you know. So we will go ahead with this schedule. Now, for those who have some difficulty, maybe you can write to me personally. You let me know how do you want to do it then, you know, right? But most of the devotees, you can see 70% devotees are fine with it, the schedule. So that's why we will go ahead with it, no problem. For others, if you really feel it is going to be needing you a stress management session because of this schedule,
Can you
so
take
then-
the voting for
then you can write
alternate
to
month
me
also?
personally, no problem.
Can you take voting for alternate month also? Instead of consecutive months like
No,
August?
I'm
September?
saying that, see, alternative month or 2 months, you know, if you give that kind of choices, they will be okay. But are they uncomfortable in what we have presented? So they are not. So that's what that is done. No, that serves my purpose. We can give a number of options. So that is not to be done. We want to complete in certain way and then have all the teaching starting from month of November, if we are going to have, or then January. And the teachers are scheduled like that. Further, November and January, we have already finalized the teachers. And so we were ready to change that, provided most of you are uncomfortable. But it is not the case, right? So that's why those of you are uncomfortable, I'm not saying that you have to follow. I'm saying you write to me and you tell me how you want me to handle. We will try to consider that. Okay. If majority is okay with the schedule, you don't try to change the schedule. You just talk about yourself, how you want us to handle it. If it is possible for us, we will handle in that manner. All right. Yeah, you should be all right. Okay. Hare Krishna. All right.
All right, Prabhuji.
Yeah, one Mali Govind Prabhu.
By mistake, Prabhuji. By mistake.
Okay. Anyone else wants to ask anything? See, I'm sure many of you were very, very eager for assessments. You followed me up, so many asking for presentations and all. Some of you are like that also. They have been following me up for presentation, when we are going to write thesis, this, that. So now presentations are coming. So I am sure you are happy to do it like that. Okay. Arjuneshwar Prabhu, anything else?
Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Prabhuji, regarding those devotees who have not completed Bhakti Vaibhav assignments.
Yeah. Yes, Prabhu. Okay. So here another point. Those of you who have not yet completed your Bhakti Vaibhav, and you remember in the beginning only we had said this thing, that unless and until you take a timeline to complete Bhakti Vaibhav's pending thing, it will not be completed even if your Bhakti Vedanta is completed. Still, it will remain like that only. Because once you take up a course, the rigor of that particular course itself is a big thing. Along with that, to complete pending things are difficult. So that's why now here we want to just tell you that this first set of assessments, we are allowing those who are still pending with Bhakti Vaibhav assessments. Some of you are pending with those things. But next set of assessments, we won't be able to allow you. Please take it as a priority. Work it out how you want to do it, those pending Bhakti Vaibhav assessments. But before next set of assessments, which will be after 1.5 years, around 1.5 years. So please make sure that you complete your Bhakti Vaibhav assessments. Otherwise, we won't be able to allow you for assessments itself. What to speak of certificate, that is later, but even assessment wise, because you remember all of you, when you joined Bhakti Vedanta, and those of you who were pending with Bhakti Vaibhav assessment, You promised to complete them in 1 year, 2 years. I remember some 9, 12 months. That's all you had promised to complete in. But nobody has completed. Everything is still pending as it is. So you should take it as a priority so that you can take up this assessment. Otherwise, you won't be able to take up this assessment of Bhakti Vedanta like that. So we are reminding you again, please do complete your pending Bhakti Vaibhav assessments. Otherwise, your Bhakti Vedanta will get over and you won't be able to appear for remaining set of presentations or anything like that. You will have to do it in another batch then, another Bhakti Vedanta batch, whenever it will come up. So please take it as a priority and complete it. You have some plan from today in next 1 year, how you are going to complete Bhakti Vaibhav pending, so that you can do that way. But don't allow it to just be hanging. And then at the end of Bhakti Vedanta, you are completing Bhakti Vaibhav. I hope nobody is pending with Bhakti Shastri. I don't think so. So Bhakti Vaibhav and then Bhakti Vedanta did not be like that. So, okay. Fine, Arjun Ishwar bro. Anything else? So
Prabhu, one question.
Yes, bro.
I just again, I think this is from a personal side. Bhakti Shastri I had finished 1.5 years ago, Bhakti Vaibhav before that, but that Bhakti Vaibhav certificate is still pending. It's, is that normal? Is that okay?
You follow up with the institution with which you have done Bhakti Vaibhav.
Here only, Pune.
Pune only.
Arjun Ishwar Prabhu is
so check with BVRV. Check with BVRV what's happening with the certificate.
Okay.
You can check with Gopal Champu Prabhu or their other devotees at BVRV. No problem.
Okay. Right.
Yes. Okay. So, in my opinion, because most of you are fine with this schedule, so we can go ahead, and this will complete our major chunk of assessments. Those 8-10 devotees who have some difficulty, especially with the shloka test or like that, you can write to me personally and we'll try to offer the solution. But most of the devotees are fine with it, so we will go ahead with this schedule. Okay. So tomorrow, all the dates and the verses, particular verses, everything will be published. So please go ahead and start preparing accordingly. We'll have our first set of presentations in coming August month. I wish you all the best for your presentations. Yeah. Yes, bro.
Guruji, what will be the dates in August, September, October?
Yeah, that's what I said. Tomorrow you will receive the schedule of that. Arjuneshwar, bro.
Guruji,
Please send me the dates today itself. I am just compiling the list of students with the verse numbers and topics for presentation. So then I just want to add the dates of units in that. So then it can be published immediately tomorrow itself.
Hare Krishna. So actually, mostly we will plan for August at the end of the August only, because we all want time to prepare. And future months, August, September, and October, if somebody has certain like temple situation, some festival, all of us know, but some other situations, so you can mention that so that we can plan our examination on other dates. September and October. Yeah.
We can directly communicate with you, no, Arjuneshwar?
Yes. So because we have to give the date. Proji, August we have to finalize right now. For September and October we can take some one day.
Yeah, do it as early as possible so that they will have clarity, no? They within that unit, which day their presentation is there, they will know. Once they will know, they will be peaceful. So
can we decide now only in 5 minutes time if possible? Okay, now started.
Okay, so yes.
No.
See,
Prabhuji, I will send message. I will send message to everyone. You all can think and then send me the reply. And after that, we'll consolidate the date.
See, the assumption that we have gone ahead is August, September, and October. We do have the units. They will be happening. So Arjuneshwar Prabhu, first only I checked with him, and after that assumption only we have announced the schedule. Now within August, September, October, which specific dates, that is something which you can discuss, and then Arjuneshwar Prabhu can finally tell. Okay. So probably, yeah, Prabhu, at least August dates you give me tomorrow, and I'll send you the schedule. September, October, you can see maybe in 1 or 2 next days you publish the dates. Okay.
Yes,
I
Prabhuji.
just want to give them the schedule so that they know their verse number, they know their presentation topic. Okay.
Prabhuji, some devotees request that they need the schedule for the teachers after January. And they also request that because further some sections are very philosophical or based on the Leela, 10th canto. So if possible, good speakers can be arranged, like some Gaurang Darshan Prabhu, Kamal Lochan Prabhu, and Balram Shakti Prabhu, and yourself also, and many others also. So they are requesting. Actually, this request has been coming from many days. So, but
Yeah.
I told to Kaustupu, but again sharing with you.
Actually, the names which you quoted, no, Prabhu, most of them are very difficult to get now because they are busy in their own projects, and many times we have approached also. So even if they cannot give beyond 1 session or 2 sessions. So that's the practical difficulty. The names which you suggested right now, Gaurang Darshan Prabhu, Balram Shakti Prabhu, they are very busy now.
Yourself.
So I am also busy, but 11th canto I'll come, Prabhu. 11th canto is philosophical, so I'll take a lot of section in 11th canto. 11th canto I can certainly take, or I can take some sections like prayers by the personified Vedas or such sections. So yes, Prabhu, I will also certainly come in some sections. And 11th canto I'll take substantial, no problem. But yeah, the other devotees that you spoke about, yes, Prabhu, if any of you have that kind of relationship and you want to help us to, schedule them by speaking to them, you are most welcome. But this has been the general experience. I have been talking to the schedulers to get Gaurang Darshan Prabhu, Balram Shakti Prabhu, who were the other ones, Prabhu? You said
Kamal Lochan Prabhu.
Kamal Lochan Prabhu. Yeah, so it's been not that easy now. It's very difficult. Even if you get commitment, you get something like 4 hours. So out of your 15 hours of unit, only 4 hours or 2 hours they will come. So then that many times doesn't serve the purpose, right? Then you have to arrange another teacher for next 4 days or 3 days. So it's becoming like that. So if any of you feel that by your invitation, they will certainly come, please come to us. Let us know. We will be very happy to arrange that way. So this is
even Vanshivardhan Prabhu we can ask.
Yeah, sure, Prabhu. Vanshivardhan Prabhu can be asked, certainly. Why not? Did Vanshivardhan Prabhu come for Arjuneshwar Prabhu? Vanshivardhan Prabhu came for 10th canto any session till now, or no?
No, Prabhu. No.
Okay, take. So you note these names, Prabhu, and myself and Kaustup Prabhu, we can certainly try to call it. But
and also Vaishnav also will be taking further or some canto or 10th canto later part or 11th canto. His guest Vaishnav.
I'm not sure about that, Prabhu. Maybe. See, he wanted to take first 50 chapters of 10th canto. I think he took almost substantial.
36 Prabhuji took.
Exactly. So he has taken substantial. So whether he's available further, we are certainly checking with him always. Arjuneshwar Prabhu, you can update maybe those things.
Yes,
I think you met Raisham Prabhu yesterday, right?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji. But right now, he has not given any such schedule. He's told last time in the lecture he may come at the end 11th or 12th he will come.
Okay.
So that time we'll ask Prabhuji.
Surely, Prabhu. 11th, I will also come in Uddhav Gita, many sections which are philosophical. And I'll also try to get some more teachers there. So, yeah, we are trying our best to get the teachers. So, any of you want to help also, please do help, do suggest. We'll be more than happy to invite. Okay, so I wish you all the best again for all your presentations. So, Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Yeah.
Srimad Bhagavad Mahapuranam ki jai.
Yeah.
Hare. So do write to me in case you have any specific problem you are facing or anything. No problem. We can try to help out as much as possible. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, please be there. Sri Keshav will be coming and giving class. Hare Krishna.
Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Yasodhanandana Braja Janaranjana Yasodhanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Yasodhanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari नाम संकीर्तन की ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम् वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakhanitamcha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanang Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Gurave Gaurachandraya Adhikaya Tadalaya Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namaha Hare Krishna. So sadhan bhakti are of two types. We know from Bhakti Rasama Sindhu. One is Vaidhi sadhana bhakti. Second is Raganuga sadhana bhakti. So in Vaidhi sadhana bhakti, from Shraddha, Sadhu Sang, Bhajana Kriya, Anartha Nivruti, Nishtha, Ruchi, Asakti, Bhav, Prem, one can attain the Prem, but the destination is Vaikuntha or Mathura Dwarika at most. Raganuga sadhana bhakti, also one can practice Saddha, Sadhu Sang, Bhajana Kriya, Anartha Nivruti, Nishtha, Ruchi, Asakti, Bhav. Like this. Hare Krishna. So the process is same, Shraddha to Prem, and in both Vaidhi sadhana bhakti and Raganuga sadhana bhakti. But the spiritual world, topmost spiritual world, Golok Vrindavan, Krishna Loka, only can be attained by Raganuga sadhana bhakti. So what is that key point that while we are practicing Vaidhi sadhana bhakti, we can strive for Raganuga sadhana bhakti so that we can achieve our goal? That is Tatra Laulyam, that lobh, greed, intense greed. Because Klesagni and Subhada are the two characteristics one can achieve while practicing sadhana bhakti. But then Sudurlabha and Mokshalagutakurt, only when one reaches Bhava Bhakti, that time he will get the previous two and these two. So total 4 quality he will get. That is Bhakti Sudurlabha, and it minimizes the moksha lagutakur. And ultimately in this at the stage of prema, all 6, Sandrananda Visheshatma and Sikrisa Akarsani, and before the 4 qualities, characteristics, everything one can see, one can acquire, achieve. So this greed for chanting, greed for darshan, greed for association, greed for dham darshan. While we are practicing this element, we are adding. So in this way, then that time there will be no just rules and regulations. Spontaneous, it will be spontaneous. So Rupa Goswami Pad, while explaining Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti and Raganuga Sadhana Bhakti, he gives two different examples for the two types of bhakti. The example for Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, one can attain the highest stage. He gives the example of Narad Muni. Narad Muni in his previous life, he practiced exactly the proper Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti and he attained the highest stage. And the example for Raganuga Sadhana Bhakti, Rupa Goswami gives the character of Chandrakanti, a devotee, young devotee, lady devotee, woman. It comes in Padma Purana. There was a great devotee and he had the spontaneous, or not he, she had the spontaneous attraction from her childhood towards the Lord. And then she developed, when she grew up, she, I don't know whether it is mentioned accepting the spiritual master, must have accepted this spiritual master. And then she spontaneously developed all the symptoms of Bhava Bhakti. So much so that she started dancing in front of the Lord for the entire whole night without stopping. She was just dancing in the kirtan, dancing and dancing without being indifferent to the outside world. Evam vratasva priyanama kirtya jata anurago dutachitta utse hasyadyati roditi evam gayati unma.
Is everyone able to hear? I'm not able to hear.
No, we are also not able to hear. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Now able to hear?
Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. So one is called the regular school, where we join to acquire a degree. That's called our sadhana school. That's the normal school, where we enter and from Shraddha, Sadhu Sang, Bhajana Kriya, Anartha Nivrutti, all the regular process, we attain the stage of higher stages. But Rupa Goswami also says that is the third one, by the sadhana bhakti, ragana sadhana bhakti one can practice. But then another is kripa siddha. Then he says, Rupa Goswami says, Hrida, Drishta, like that he says, one sloka comes. If one just wishes someone, I wish you may get Krishna Prem. Or someone, Drishta, some pure devotee look at us and a merciful glance, and we may get some mercy and we develop some higher symptom of bhakti. So, and one wish and one will see, or if you touch, some embrace, some kind of various kind of thing. So this is called kripa siddha. This kripa, Lord's kripa is unconditional. If we are coming in an institute, then only we will get. It's not like that. That is the normal school, what we are doing. But kripa siddhas are something special. But to whom the Lord's causeless mercy come and they become spontaneously devotee. So to understand this, there are so many examples. Like Krupasiddha, who can say? There are many examples. Someone may ask the question, what was the practice of Dasya Bauri? Or who was his spiritual master? When he offered Nariyal and Lord Jagannath took it. He born in a very low class. So in this way, you can see the many characters in Bhaktamal. There are hardly we find that which institute they belong. And there is devotee, spontaneous devotion they had. So that is Putana, that is causeless mercy. Putana had no background, spiritual background. Yeah. So in Bharatvarsha, there are so many devotees. You will find that they are not any institute. And to understand this, Rupa Goswami gives, also Srila Prabhupada gives example of someone is getting honorary degree just because of his some skill, some talent. Gives the example of Rabindranath Tagore. So that is called Krupasiddha. Not that everyone will get this PhD, honorary degree. Government chooses someone and he gives that. But the general rule is that to join the school, first you have to complete matriculation, 12th, graduation, post-graduation, and then PhD. So this is the normal way. So point here is that either we practice Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti or let us discuss. Starting from Mangalarati to all the program, in all the program we can see Srila Prabhupada has given us a tinge of Raganuga Sadhana Bhakti everywhere. We can just contemplate and realize. Nikunja Leela Ratikeli Siddhai Yayali Bhiru Tirapekshaniya. Entire Guruvastakam is Manjari Bhav, Madhurya Bhav. Our Guru Maharaj, we meditate our Guru Maharaj, Sri Radhika Ma Dhavayoro Paro, or Nikunja Leela Ratikeli Siddhe. The entire Guruvastakam is that only. And Tulsi Arati also we Koronija Dasi, we pray. So in this way, Raganuga Sadhana Bhakti is inserted. Just we have to know it and then we practice it. Nowhere in ISKCON, Prabhupada has ever established Lakshmi Narayana. Isn't it? Everywhere Radha Krishna. At most Rukmini Dwarkadish. But Krishna is there. So this, in the beginning we worship in a Aishwarya Bhava, but the mood is they are intrinsic in our system, that Radha Krishna worship through Gauranga Nityananda and this there. So just when the time will come, we attain that stage. So point here is that we have everything. The spontaneous bhav, we have everything, and we just want go on practicing, and we will come to know by reading the Shastras, through the lectures, through the association of devotee. No need to go anywhere outside searching for whatever may be the speakers or this. All glories to them. But at the same time, just because Madan Chandrapu asked the question, so I thought that to discuss some valuable points. We are not here to what do you call that? Well, there is a nice word in Hindi. Yeah, I mean, say to defame anyone or to criticize. Mandan or Khandan. I am searching for this. Mandan means to establish, and Khandan मंडन खंडन करने के लिए हम यहाँ नहीं है, पर हम सब प्रचारकों को रियलिटी जानना चाहिए, ताकि हम सब जो है अपनी संप्रदाय में जुड़े रहे और अपने काउंसलिस को, अपने प्रचारकों को बताए। तो कुछ जो मैंने श्रीमान राधेश्याम प्रभु से कल चर्चा किया था, प्रभु जी भी आने वाले हैं, वो इनपुट देंगे। बट बिफोर दैट आई जस्ट गिव ए हिस्टोरिकल description of our Vaishnava cult in 15th century. So let us see. First, we'll see our Acharya, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, what he says about this in his Sajjana Toshani. So this is published by Bhakti Vinod Thakur in Sajjana Toshani, volume 4. I'll say to all of you later. Issued in 1892. So, and of course it was in Bengali, so it is being translated into English by B.B. Giriswamy. So he writes that Sri Hita Harivansa Goswami, a disciple of Srila Gopal Bhatta Goswami, used to live at Man Sarovar. In Vrindavan, there is a place called Man Sarovar. Any one of you have been? Okay, so when this time if you come to Vrindavan, very nice place, scenic place, Radharani Mandir is there, and you can visit. From Vrindavan to, there is a village called Mat village, there is Man Sarovar. So this devotee was doing bhajan there. The Tirtha of Man Sarovar is presently under the auspices of the Vaishnavas of the Radha Vallavi Sampradaya, founded by him. So this Radha Vallavi Sampradaya was founded by Hita Harivans Mahaprabhu. Many wish to know, this is the writing of Bhakti Vinod Thakur. Many wish to know the history of this Sampradaya, since many people belonging to Bardhaman district in West Bengal, have been disciples of this Sampradaya. Means even during Bhakti Vinod Thakur's time, just like we want to know, even that time, Bhakti Vinod Thakur is a great major role for our society. Is our Dadaji. Bhakti Vinod Thakur has clearly given us everything, what is actual Gaudiya Sampradaya, what looks like Gaudiya Sampradaya, Upper Sampradaya, like that. And what about other Sampradaya? So he says that the king of Bardhaman even is one of the disciple of Hita Harivans. Sri Harivans Goswami is the main Acharya of the Sri Radha Vallavi Sampradaya. He was born in an obscure village near Agra. Means it comes in Brajmandal only. He was a Brajvasi. At a young age, he was attracted to prem of the divine couple, Sri Radha Krishna, and took shelter at the feet of Srimad Gopal Bhatta Goswami in Sri Vrindavan. Gaudiya Acharya, Gopal Bhatta Goswami. So this is the description by Bhakti Vinod Thakur. Harivans Goswami does not seem to have been a scholar of Sanskrit language. He was easily free from the restraints of scholarship, having attained a few instructions from Gopal Bhatta Goswami. Sri Harivans built a temple for bhajan at Man Sarovar and lived there surrounded by many loyal disciples. He had his disciples. But instead of engaging in the specific 64 angas of bhakti as given by our Goswamis, he and his disciples began to do bhajan only by singing Raga Marga songs. Raga Marga songs. There are many songs in Brajabhasa. That is the devotees sing in the Raga Marga. Ragamarga means Raganuga Bhakti. So thus Srimad Gopal Bhatta Goswami gradually learned about this. However, Harivansh sometime used to visit the temple of Sri Radha Ramanaji at Sri Vrindavan Dham to pay obeisances to the feet of his Gurudev. So once on Ekadashi day, while chewing a tambul or betel nuts pan, he came to the feet of his Guru and offered dandavats. Bhatta Goswami was a little surprised and asked Harivansh, "What is this behavior? Are you chewing tambul on Hari Vasara?" Hari Vasara means Ekadashi. With a humble demeanor, Harivansh pleaded, "Prabhu, Sri Priyaji has given me this prasadi tambul." Radharani had given him this prasadi pan tambul. Bhatta Goswami said, "The world will see this behavior in regards to your attachment, and all unqualified jivas will become follower of you by seeing this behavior. Therefore, from today, from today you are cast out from our sampradaya." Like that is it. So Harivansh was very much sad, and he returned to Mansarovar. That very day, an unknown thief cut off his head in the middle of the night and threw it into Yamuna. So it reaches at Bhatta Goswami Ghat near Radharaman Mandir. Bhatta Goswami would go to Yamuna Ghat to perform his morning rituals, and seeing the severed head, he became extremely sad. As his command, the head was, at that time, the head was constantly chanting Radhe, Radhe. The name of Radha was not stopped, even he was killed. The sound was coming. Bhatta Goswami could see that he was constantly chanting Radha, Radha. So then at his command, the head was worried. And so even today, Priyaji has been established. Priyaji means Radharani. Has been established over this community in this Sri Radha Vallabh Ras Mandala. I have also heard that Harivansh's body buried on the banks of the Mansarovar. Now this is the story. This is one side of the story. Our Prem Vilas scripture by Nityananda Das, who is the disciple of Janama Mata, he has written this story in his book called Prem Vilas. So ahead, I have heard this story from many people in many ways, and we have written down whatever seemed to be connected with it. Some people say that Gopal Bhatta Goswami cursed him, but it is absolutely worth listening to. Why should a Mahabhagavat like Gopal Bhatta Goswami deliver such a curse? So we have written as if beheading by thieves was commonly accepted. But we also have many doubts about this. At the same time, they are saying, we also have many doubts about this. Why would thieves depict a decapitate a Bhajananandi sadhu, especially when Sri Harivansh was a Niskinchana Vaishnava, a devotee who owns nothing? There was no reason for robbers to come to him. Again, what was the need for the robbers to throw the severed head in Yamuna, which went to Gopal Bhatta Goswami's Ghat, which was 2 course distance from Mansarovar? The more this issue is discussed, the sadder it becomes. It is feared that there may have been a villain amongst the many gentlemen, may have been, listen the word, may have been a villain amongst the many gentlemen loyal to Bhatta Goswami, and that horrible act was executed by this indiscretion. Neither Sri Bhatta Goswami nor the gentle Vaishnavas following him knew anything about it, and no further inquiries were made to this incident, why this murder was happened. So this is something like what you call hypothetical. However, there is no doubt that Sri Harivansh Goswami was a true Vaishnava who followed the path of Raganuga Bhakti. There are many signs of pure devotion in the book. They're called, in his book is called Chorasi Pad, Hari Chorasi. The Vaishnavas that follow him recite the verses every day. Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu was not recognized in the Radha Vallabha Sampradaya. It must be understood that they are not. Please come forward. Here, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So, I just want to say to Prabhuji that one description by Sajjana Tosani, by Bhaktivinoda Thakur in his Sajjana Tosani, and he writes that incident of severing the head of that devotee, Harivansh Mahaprabhu, by Bhaktivinoda Thakur in Sajjana Tosani. And he quotes from that same Prema Vilas Granth by Nityananda Das. And this Nityananda Das is a disciple of Janama Mata, coming in our Gaudiya line. So, meaning that this Nityananda Das has written this incident in his book Prem Vilas, and also Bhaktivinoda Thakur write that in his Sajjan Tosani. And at last he says that, however, there is no doubt that Sri Harivansh Goswami was a true Vaishnava who followed the path of Raganuga Bhakti. There are many signs of pure devotion in the book, in his book called Chorasi Pada. The Vaishnavas that follow him recite the verses every day. However, Sri Radha Vallabha Sampradaya could not recognize Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. It must be understood that they are not counted among the 4 Vaishnava Sampradayas. This Harivansh Sampradaya are not counted among the 4 bona fide Vaishnava Sampradayas. Their Sampradaya is stemming from Sri Harivansha. In their Kirtan, they chant that Sri Priyaji, means Srimati Radharani, is their original Guru. In this Sampradaya, there is no respect given to the rules or Maryada Marga, that is Vidhi Marga, what we practice, the path of proper etiquette. Discussing all this, it is clear that the Goswami Sampradaya was not satisfied with the Harivansha Sampradaya. Although the Goswamis respected Harivansha's Anuraga or Raga Bhakti, attachment, they did not respect his utter contempt towards Vaidhi Bhakti. For this reason, Sri Harivansha had to face many challenges. We don't know much about this. If anyone knows the true details about this, then it is our prayer that they write an article and publish it in the Sajjana Tosani. So this was Sajjana Tosani, issue 3, 1982, by Bhaktivinoda Thakur in Bengali, translated into English by B.V. Giri Swami, like that. So this is one side. And the other side, I have sent to His Grace Radheshyam. They don't accept at all this incident. Means the Harivansh Sampradaya followers, they don't accept this incident of any connection of Harivanshas being the disciple of Gopal Bhatta Goswami. they say he was a Brajavasi. He born in near Agra, Vrindavan, and at that time only he came to Vrindavan, and he chanted Radha's name, and Radharani is the revealed. Radharani revealed him, and she is the mantra data, like that they say. So this is the another side where they don't accept this incident, and there is no connection between Gopal Bhatt Goswami. Also, they say that Prabodhanand Saraswati Pad was contemporary to Harivansh Mahaprabhu, and the Prabodhanand Saraswati Pad is our Gaudiya Vice Acharya, and he wrote Radha Rasa Sudhanidhi, Radha Prem Sudhanidhi also, which Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, which is available also. Our Gaudiya devotees, they read. But somehow, because Prabodhanand Saraswati Pad, in his book called Radha Rasa Sudhanidhi, he glorified Radharani abundantly. And Radha's name, and quoting various shastras, glorifying Radharani. So, taking that book, taking that title of the book, they also wrote another. They hijacked actually that sampradaya. They, in one sense, they hijack it, and they also wrote a book glorifying the Radharani's name and Radha's glories, like that. When they saw that is the Gaudiyas, Prabodhanand Saraswati Pad is writing a book which they glorifies the Radha. Radha is our property, they claim. So we also write one book. So they wrote Radha Sudhanidhi, which is very popular in Vrindavan. And there they say that Radha Sadhyam Sadhanam Yasya Radha Mantro Radha Mantradatri Cha Radha Sarvam Radha Jivanam Yasya Radha 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 Vachi Kim Tasya Sesam. Everywhere there is Radha. Radha Sadhyam, Sadhanam also Radha, Radha Mantra, the Guru is also Radha, like that. And except Radha Vachi Kim Tasya Sesam. There is nothing except Radharani. Everywhere, wherever the eye goes, the existence of Radharani, and Radharani is the topmost. Krishna is the subservient of Radharani in Raga Marga. So they established that. So just a minute. Kripalu Maharaj also, he also quotes many verses from similar type of, he also glorifies and quotes from, yes. Yes. So I wrote down some points, and I'll read in front of all of you, and then we'll hear from His Grace Radheshyam, so that we can get a conclusion without offending anyone, without offending any sadhu, without offending any sampradaya. We should be stick to our own sampradaya and nourish our bhakti and protect our subordinates, guide them in that way. So just I was writing some points, sharing with someone. I don't have any doubt on the authenticity of Hita Harivansh Mahaprabhu and his sampradaya, if it comes from Radharani, because as we know that there are 4 sampradaya only, and the Harivansh Mahaprabhu sampradaya doesn't come in any of the 4 sampradaya. So it has his own sampradaya. So at this connection, I just want to say, there are 3 Haris at that time. One is Haridas, who Banke Bihariji, that is also. Haridas Pandit is different. What is our Chaitanya Charitamrita Adilila said? That is Radha Govind. He is our Gaudiya line. He is one Haridas Pandit, our Haridas Thakur, Namacharya, and this Haridas, who Banke Bihari, by his devotion, Banke Bihari appeared. Second is Harivansh Mahaprabhu, the same time contemporary, he because a devotion Radha Vallabha appeared. Another is Hariram Vyas. So there are three Haris at that time: Haridas, Hariram Vyas, and this Harivans Mahaprabhu. So Hariram Vyas, he became the disciple of Harivans Mahaprabhu. So there are three Rasika Bhaktas in Braj, apart from our 6 Goswamis, and yeah, like that. They were also there that time. So first point, just we are discussing, I just wrote down. They take shelter of the holy names of Sri Radha. This is also done in Nimbark Sampradaya. They also chant Radha. Of course, they chant, sometimes they chant Radha, sometimes they chant Radhe Syam, Radhe Syam, Syam Syam, Radhe Radhe, Radhe Krishna, Radhe Krishna. So they chant in that way, like we see in Barsana Dham, Ramesh Baba, he comes in that line and they chant Radhe Krishna, and Radhe Syam, Radhe Syam. So there is nothing wrong there by chanting Radha's name. Radha Nam is profusely glorified by our own acharyas. And then second point is they take shelter of Sri Vrindavan Dham, which is completely in line with our Gaudiya Siddhanta. We also take shelter of Vrindavan Dham. Third point is they are spontaneous in their approach and desire to attain Sahachari Bhav. Sakhi Sahachari, they are quite similar. They also say Radha Dasyam, and they are in the mood of Sahachari Bhav. And the Gaudiyas, they are in the mood of Manjari Bhav, which is the Tat Bhav Ichatmika, according to Rupa Goswami. The servant of the servant of the servant of Radharani. So then personally, nothing to do with the method of worship that is being taught by their Sampradaya. I am writing, therefore I am saying, I am fixed in Rupanuga Sadhana. And they are Rasik saints of Vrindavan, and they have their own place. It must be respected, like Radha Vallabha Mandir. Srila Prabhupada once said that Vrindavan Vasis do not need any guru. Krishna is their guru. So most of the saints in the Sampradayas are from Braja. Like in Brajavasis, Prabhupada respected and Prabhupada disciples also respected. Many Brajavasis come. My spiritual master never give them initiation. You are Brajavasi. You are from childhood, you know Krishna. Whatever you are, you know, you chant, just chant only. So the Brajavasis, our acharyas, our gurus, they respect a lot. Sometimes Guru Maharaj always respects the saints from other sampradaya. Like once Guru Maharaj quoted Srila Prabhupada that even next to ISKCON Vrindavan Mandir, there is Odia Math, where they loudly chant Nitai Gauru Radhe Syam, Japa Hare Krishna Hare Ram. And in Chaitanya Charitamrita Adilila, Prabhupada strongly comments on this. Prabhupada says this is not the proper. We have Panchatattva mantra, Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Daita Gadadhara Sivasa. When devotees, disciples of Srila Prabhupada, they told Prabhupada they are chanting so loudly, so just to pacify them or say, you also chant that Bhajan Nitai Gaur Radhe Syam Jai Krishna Balaram. He also chanted like that. Prabhupada said once, his only Janardhan Maharaj was telling that Prabhupada said he also chant. If they are loudly chanting, you also chant. Like that he said. Anyway, God's name. So in this way, now coming to the Vartaman Sthiti, in the Radha Vallabh temple, the present there is one Goswami. He has his family, wife and children. And this very popular, most honorable Sri Hita Premananji Maharaj, he came from Kasi. He was from Kasi. And he was a normal, renounced from the childhood. He read Ramcharit Manas. It is very famous in North India, Kasi. And he was roaming here and there. And at last he came to Vrindavan. And very rigid, very hard tapasvi. Spent his life in the bank of the Yamuna and did severe tapasya and without eating and something like that. At last he came to know that his 2 kidneys are no more, means he lost. He is always in dialysis. So he came to this temple Radha Vallabh Mandir. And there this present Goswami, one who has family, he was spontaneously attracted by them. And this Hita Premanand Maharaj, he took shelter of them, this present Goswami of the temple, and he took initiation, Diksha. And he chanted then Radha's name. Previously he was just normal sadhu, like sometime reading Ramcharit Manas and so on, everything, like no, everything, he was following everything. But when he came to Vrindavan, somehow he happened to meet, went to this temple, took darshan, and he met this couple, local Goswami, and he spontaneously attracted. And then this Goswami, he gave initiation to him. So he was doing bhajan, Radha Radha, chanting throughout the day Radha's name. And of course, undoubtedly, the potency of holy name is that even without kidney, he is still surviving. It's also a miracle, actually. By the power of the holy name, he chants, and he has a lot of faith, 101% faith on the holy name and the Srimati Radharani. And whoever he comes to meet him, he preaches and gives katha. Now what happens, like post-pandemic, because of this online and everything, this social media, it became more and more and more hype, that many people come and meet him. And then so many celebrities came, sports star, movie star, all this, they come. And they, like, who knew, I was telling him that who knew before, 4-5 months before, who was Bageshwar Dham. Now he's such a young boy, he became so popular, even the celebrities come and they ask about their future. Patra, parcha. Yeah. So like that it happens. Imagine, I was thinking, if Prabhupada's time, if social media would be there in such a way, most popular, most famous saint till date, of course he is, but that time he would be what we are hearing from so and so Swamis and Maharaj. So this is one thing. Another thing is that it's actually hype, actually. Like one incident I'll tell you. I was just exploring, searching. There I saw his Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi is watching Premanand Maharaj class. I was really surprised. And then I saw, and in his house, the TV show is there. And Maharaj is giving wonderful katha, and Pradhan Mantri is watching and clapping the hands with all his dialogue. And I was also mesmerized by seeing this, where this is, in this way they are promoting their guru. But the comment, when I saw the comment, it was written, someone has written the comment, why are you defaming or minimizing the position of our spiritual master by posting such fake videos? There is no connection of Pradhan Mantri with Maharaji. Just see, in this way, how they, in the social media, they promote. Huh. Yeah, exactly in this way. Yes.
Prabhu,
in-
that was done to other Maharajas also. This they'll change the screen and they'll put the same scene. So some fellow funny guy has done this. I don't think any particular group has done some funny because he keeps changing the screen. The Maharaj, it's a different Maharajas, but same Pradhan Mantri and his groupers watching.
Different sadhus come. Sometimes Aniruddha Acharya came in front of Pradhan Mantri. Pradhan Mantri is watching in the TV. Sometimes this Baba came. So these followers, what not they do to promote the Guru. So in this way, it's going on. And unfortunately, our our devotees lack of training, education, or just spontaneous attraction. ISKCON devotees also go. I inquired from Delhi Panjabi Bagh Mandir and Gurgaon Mandir. The devotees go. And I was telling Prabhuji that recently 10 days back, His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj visited Vrindavan, and many disciples and followers, they asked repeatedly the same question, that Maharaj, many devotees going there, and this thing happens actually. So now we just got to know the history and the present scenario. Now we'll hear the conclusion from His Grace Radheshyam Prabhu, and he will guide us actually how to see in such situation, how to with respect to the proper particular sampradaya or particular sadhus, but we can enrich ourselves with many like Krishna conscious literature and devotion, increasing our purity, increasing our sadhana, and in this way, how we have everything. Rupanuga bhaktas, we have everything. Like, I'll give a simple example. Yesterday at the end of the class, I said Madhurayana Samapayat. That should be sweet end. So I told you one pastime of how Radharani is the topmost in Vrindavan. Why Radha is called Rani? How many are there in the class? Remember? Yeah. Radha was called Rani. Means there was some incident, some pastime happened. Because of that, we say Radha Rani. She is the queen of Vrindavan. There is no king in Vrindavan. And Mathura king, Dwarika king, Puri king, and Pune king, India king, everywhere king. But in Vrindavan, there is queen. So someone may ask, oh, Prabhu, where it is mentioned? Where? Yes, Madhav Mahotsav by Jiva Goswami. What a wonderful pastime he writes in that book. So we have Jiva Goswami, we have Kavi Karnapur, we have Rupa Goswami. So many literatures, the life will be sought to read all those and discuss, and so enchanting pastimes from books, from our gurus and acharyas. And we can discuss in our audience also to ensure them. Everything is there in our books and sampradaya. And just we have to know. Raganuga Sadhana Bhakti is also there in our sampradaya. In the beginning, I said that how Rupa Goswami has given us the access. We can practice. So in this way, we can understand it. Yes, Madhav Prabhu.
Story in our temple Bhagavatam class that in Vrindavan there's one saint. I think he was a disciple of Gopal Bhatta Goswami. And Maharaj told that he told him to chant Hare Krishna, but he was not chanting Hare Krishna. And once he became famous, he built this Radha Vallabh temple or some temple. And once Dacoit came and killed him, and then Gopal Bhatta Goswami was doing Gayatri, he felt some head was coming. So he was thinking, what?
The same story, Madhav Sahabu.
So no, 1 second. Some
in
part
a different detail.
So then what happened? Then that head started to speak that I went to the doors of the Golok Vrindavan, but I am rejected because I disobeyed the Guru. So unless you give me the shelter, I will not be able to go back to the Golok Vrindavan. So that's what Maharaj told.
Yeah, the same story only.
Story is also in the
same story. Haldar Maharaj also said, Prabhudanand Maharaj said, this Maharaj said, that Maharaj said, and generally you say.
But where is this coming?
That's what I'm saying. Today I told you. Prem Bilas.
But no, you told a different thing, na?
No. See,
he came back from the Golok. That
this is something different. I said you that sometimes the story bit exaggerated and in a different fashion, in detailed way. But the story content is the same. Prem Vilas by Nityananda, you can say like that. Sajjana Toshani. This I will share to you so that you can get a reference. So,
Reference of Bhaktivinoda Thakur is very important. You can mail me also.
yeah, definitely.
Sajjan Toshni also.
Yes. So, the same story.
Not like this cursing and all.
No. Cursing is not there. No. In a detailed way, sometimes say. Therefore, once I said to Radhishampu also that once His Holiness Bhakti Rasamand Maharaj warned me that if the story is so controversial and different devotee speaks in a different way. I heard from Haldar Swami Maharaj, I heard from Prabodhanand Maharaj, they speak in little different way. So Maharaj, Bhakti Rasamut Maharaj was telling that in our ISKCON audience, sometimes to emphasize the point of Guru Saranagati, people say, but don't speak in public. Who knows that if any one of his followers, now he's in very top position in social media. If any one of his followers is there, then you people are criticizing like that. Some issue will come in against us in that way. So I request His Grace Radhishampu, please come and speak. Yeah, here is.
Actually, I would suggest that if anybody is interested in this topic, you can take from Shivaji Prabhu. Yesterday I have spoken very elaborately. A program between, almost 6:45 started Kirtan, almost 1 hour 15 minutes, I think. Same topic only I have spoken. If anybody is keen to know, you can hear that. I don't have to speak it all over again. That link Shivaji Prabhu will give you. I very elaborately. All the audience are like Krishna Kishore Prabhu, Mukundanand Prabhu, Tulasi Prabhu, and all those people were there. There were about 25 leaders. I do one leaders program monthly once. You can hear that. Because if I were to speak now, I would repeat the same thing. That would take time also, and we have limited time. But yeah. Oh, they will get the link. They are all Bhaktivedanta only, no? Yeah, they'll get the link. You can share. After they hear it, if they still have any question, then I will speak. They won't have any question because I have given many real examples also given in that. And it's a subject which will take a little time. Yeah. That's one.
Can we share this in case anyone in our audience asks? Can we share the link?
Okay, child. I have spoken very carefully. I haven't offended anybody. So, in fact, I may publish it today or tomorrow also. In my channel also I'll publish it. What I have said is, like what I have said, Ramananda Maharaj coming in that Sampradaya, they have given him Radhanam, he's chanting. We have no apprehension for his chanting. And our Guru has given us what mantra? We chant our mantra, he chant his mantra, like that I said. Correct, no? We follow. And also I have, the whole lecture yesterday is about loyalty. Loyalty to Guru Parampara. And what all happens by not going deep in one Sampradaya and trying to do shopping, different Sampradaya. What happens, all that I explained in that. Yeah. Because especially educated people will have more problem in this. Generally other people, village people, once they get a Guru, just go on and on they can go. And educated people may have a tendency to shop. Try this. Because we also want quick results, correct now? Quickly. Raga, you want to jump from Vaidhi to Raga, you want to take a leap. Yeah.
Other sampradayas, not about this very high topics, but just let us take Bhagavad Gita. So there are differences in Ramanuja and Madhva and our Baladev Vidyabhushan and Vishwanath. So there we should go and explore and attend the courses. Means I am not talking about myself, but as a loyalty, as a institution. So should we go in more of our sampradaya or we look for very wonderful things in other sampradaya based on foundations of Bhagavad Gita philosophy?
Very risky to go into other sampradayas very deeply. There is a reason for that, I will tell you. I'll tell you, for example, say, you start hearing many Ramanuja Acharyas, GRs, lectures and all. There are many GRs means like they are sannyasis. type of people. You hear, hours and hours you hear, your personality forms based on that. Your personality gets molded by that. Then you also look at ISKCON gurus and look at them with a critical eye. You will look at them critical eye and you may talk ill of them. At the same time, your lectures will profusely be flowing from what you heard. Like I used to also hear Lal Govindu before some lectures. Lal Govindu very sweetly he speaks, very nectarian way he conveys. But the problem is he tells certain examples and stories for which there is no reference. Many of them are folk stories. He tells. So I quoted one or two, and people caught me. Where you got it from? Then you have to say Lal Govindu. Lal Govindu Prana. Isn't it becomes like that? And I wrote to him also. I asked him, Prabhu, where you got it from? Humne idhar suna, udhar suna, like that. He also takes from various places like that. Okay. Yeah. And he is a person who reaches out to large number of people like that. So therefore, then I stopped nowadays even hearing him also. Actually hearing from authentic people, like if I say, I heard this from Prabhuji Radha Govind Maharaj lecture, it is weighty, correct? No? It's weighty. Or I read in Shivanam Swami's book, or I read in Gaur Govind Swami's book. Iswanas Bhanu Maharaj has translated 100 books. Yeah. So you take from those books, here is the reference, take it. But immediately people will become quiet. The reference you give should be weighty. And if you are going to say that in Sri Sampradaya, they said this, I heard, and hours you speak from that, then you are actually pulling all the audience from here to there. Then everybody is inspired to go to their temples, glorify them, their activities, and they are devoid of any awareness about our own Sampradaya.
Attractive in the sense, not that.
No, even my special master, when we went to South, the whole yatra was devoted to Ramanuja's pastimes and his followers, Anantacharya. Why? Because we want to learn Vaishnava Seva from them. Correct, no? They are not theoretical people. They do a lot of deity worship. They do a lot of Vaishnava Seva. So Maharaj also brought very good lessons for us from that. But you will see that the style in which Maharaj takes yatra is Vrindavan, Mayapur, South India. Again, Vrindavan, Mayapur, Udupi. Correct, no? Vrindavan, Mayapur, Rameshwaram. Puri also once. So why? That means how much percentage of visit we go to South if you see 20%. Correct, no? Only 20%. 80% is giving weightage to. Because whichever dham you go, those pastimes you're going to speak. Correct, no? So you can't go to Srirangam and say Chaitanya Charitamrita, we are going to speak whole thing. Of course, in Venkatapata pastime we can speak. Yeah, correct. And but if you are going to South, you gravitate more towards what is happening locally. Correct? Huh? On the contrary, you go to Mayapur, go to Vrindavan, Puri. These are our own places. And honestly, we have to ask, how much have I read in our acharyas? You go to the Acharya folio, my Lord, how many books? If you read the book, if you go through the books, Acharya folio, many of the books, even titles we don't know. And if you open it, I was recently referring to Tattva Sandarbha. For one subject matter, Jiva Goswami has taken so many elaborate explanations, correct? No? Yeah, that two hairs, the black and white. He says, so how much? My Lord, 130 pages I read. So Jiva Goswami alone has given 4 lakh verses, I heard. 4 lakh verses. So we don't have time to complete it for our life. And we haven't done our homework. And why do we venture? This is one of my points yesterday I was speaking. Like this, I have spoken 5-6 points, I have spoken, different points.
Just to add one point, I was reminded by His Holiness Vrindavan Chandra Das Goswami, when he was teaching Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Once he came here also, teaching Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. I remember, isn't it? Yeah. So he was teaching in Vrindavan. He said, what Radheshyam said, one solid example I'll tell you, how we have to intact with our mood. So there is a village in Vrindavan still now. That village name is Ranavari, the pastime what I said yesterday. there was one Gaudiya sadhu. Gaudiya means not just ISKCON, it may be ISKCON or Gaudiya Math or Gaudiya Baba, chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. It's a true story actually, Maharaj said. And this devotee was chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and naturally our mood is Radha Dasyam, Gopi Bharturupad Kamal Dasa Dasa Anudasa. We worship Krishna through Radharani, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Bhakti San. So this was his mood, and he was very pure in his bhajan, utmost reaching to the stage of like above Nishta, Ruchi Asakti Bhav, this stage, such a high stage, intense bhajan, not a tinge of attraction towards the outside world. So like the Siddhi Mahatma, we say na Siddhi Baba like that. So once what happened, his god brother or his friend, someone came. I said, Baba, let's go to Dwarika to take darshan. Like that. And he said, no, I'm happy here in Vrindavan. I'm happier in Braj. I like Vrindavan like that. But he just pulled him. He said, no. Yeah, you be here. You can make your best, but sometime you can go for darshan. Like that. So he took him. It was just for a darshan only. He took him and they went to Dwarka. So he took darshan of Dwarkadhishji and everything. And then he took association of devotees in Dwarka, devotees or pandas or pujaris, and they preached him, they convinced him, in many ways. Actually, he was a bit convinced by that mode of Aishwarya Bhav in that way. And it is said, whenever, if you go to South India or even Western India, there is a particular tilak. Ambience, yeah. So when he went to Dwarika, the pandas, the pujaris, they also put this tilak also. Take this tilak. This also, you have come here all the way, take this tilak. And then they started preaching, and he was listening and listening. For some days he stayed there, but then he was feeling uneasy. Hare Vrindavan, Govardhan, Jamuna, Radharani, let's go, and to go back like that, he said. And he came back. And he was started doing bhajan like this. And in the night, he saw a dream. That sadhu, he saw a dream. In the dream, he saw that some sakhis, they are saying that since you have changed your tilak, you are listening to their pastimes, you changed your mood, better you go to Dwarka. Like that, they said, the sakhis came in the dream, and he said, better you be there only, don't come to Vrindavan. Vrindavan is a different mode, like that. And this devotee was crying and crying, no, please forgive me. I will not want to change the mood. Yeah. Tilak also. So like that, he was pleading, and he was, so Maharaj was giving this example. This devotee was like so restless, no? He was like, chhati ko itna cheer rahe the. No, Radharani, please forgive me. Oh, Sakhi, I don't want to leave Vrindavan. I just went to take darshan, but they convinced me. They changed my tilak also, this thing. And he was requesting and praying, and so many ways. So Maharaj said that our mood is something specific. Mahaprabhu has given us Radha Krishna worship and this thing. So taking darshan is not bad. Like Prabhuji is saying, going to Rameswaram, Dwarka, and this yatra. But what happens if we keep hearing regularly, saying, and whatever is there within us, contemplation, whatever is there within us, that only comes out. No? If we are reading a lot, if we are contemplating, if we are thinking, that will come out. So our mode, you have to understand that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given us Gopi Bhartur Pada Kamal. So it may affect also. That's what. If we go somewhere.
हरे कृष्ण। तो ये प्रश्न था कि मैं लोगों से जब प्रचार करता हूं तो मैंने कुछ लोग प्रेमानंद महाराज के वहां गए थे, मैंने पूछा क्यों जा रहे हैं आप, तो उनका उत्तर था कि वो बहुत सरल भाषा में सब समझा देते। हमारे इधर भी सरल भाषा में। तो वो ग्रुप था 30 लोगों का, देवानंद पंडित प्रभु जी ने उनको घुमाया था और फिर मुझे मिले थे वो लोग, तो वहां मिले थे। तो मैंने पूछा तो वो बोले कि हमारे इसमें वो डायरेक्ट प्रेमानंद महाराज बड़े सन्यासी है, तो उनको डायरेक्ट हम पूछ सकते, बात कर सकते और वो डायरेक्ट सुन सकते उनसे। तो इधर हमारे इसमें बड़े जो भक्त है वो यूट्यूब पे दिखते हैं हमें, और बस हम उनको पूछ भी नहीं सकते। और दूसरा है कि मैं बोला हमारे इतने हमारे बहुत सारे पुस्तक है बोले, लेकिन हमारे भाषा में नहीं। अभी हम बोलते कि वो स्वामी का लिटरेचर है, ये है। जब एक जमाना था कि संस्कृत में सब कुछ था, लोगों को संस्कृत नहीं आती थी। अब इंग्लिश में सब कुछ है, लोगों को इंग्लिश नहीं आती। हम जैसे कि कुछ ब्रह्मचारी है, कुछ लीडर है, उनके पास है। मराठी में तो मराठी में तो है, लेकिन अदर वर्नाकुलर लैंग्वेज भी है। तो वैसा हमारा जब आप जैसे सीनियर लोगों में समय आएंगे उनको सुनने को और सब प्रश्न के उत्तर मिल जाएंगे तो लोग नहीं। अभी क्या होता है कि धीर शांत को कोई जानता नहीं, मैं 10 लोगों को लेकर बैठता हूँ, ये 10 लोगों को लेकर। तो नहीं, वृंदावन में नहीं, अपने अपने एरिया में। अगर आपने इधर पहले जैसा होता था कि ये सेमिनार, ये 10 दिन इसकी लीला, उसकी लीला, तो जब लोगों को सुनने मिलेगा तो वो थोड़ा फर्क हो सकता है। और हमारा यूनिवर्सल स्ट्रक्चर, हाँ, तो कैसा हमारा थोड़ा ये है ना, यूनिवर्सल नहीं है, कुछ रूज में निकलता है तो हो जाता है पता अगर इससे निकल रहा है। अभी मधुआ का तमिलनाडु से मराठी लेक्चर देते। यहाँ मैं जाता था पहले, वो अपने विजय भटकर है ना साइंटिस्ट, और उनके वहाँ कुछ मधुआ ब्राह्मण आते थे, तो वो कन्नड़ बोलते थे वो। तो मैं जाता, तो वो यूट्यूब पे तमिलनाडु से, वो तमिल ना है लेकिन वो मराठी में। तो मैंने पूछा उनको कि क्यों, हाँ, तो बोले क्यों आप मराठी में क्यों? तो बोले कि क्या है कि जिस भाषा में लोग समझे उस भाषा में दिया तो उनको अपना लगता है।
विठल रुक्मिणी, मदन सुंदर को like this people.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
I have one question.
Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, last evening I received one video lecture from our group of devotees. And this particular lecture, many ISKCON devotees have commented a lot. So they asked me for a comment on that. So it was online. I didn't comment it, but I heard it. It was somebody from Vishnu Swami Parampara. And he was making a comment that it's an interview with a reporter, and he was making a comment that how ISKCON is not a parampara but an institution. And he gave its own logic.
Answered it back.
I don't know about it. Yeah.
Answer it.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Okay. I was just saying because of social media, such thing comes now for the devotees, those who are still not very much stable, it leads to a lot of this kind of ruckus.
Today morning was beautiful answer with all the flowchart, everything.
Some devotee, huh? Really?
I have the link, I'll send you.
Sure. So, I mean, in this situation, my point is because this is not a remote situation, this is going to happen. Yeah, yes, this is going to happen. Yeah, I mean, he was just expressing his ignorance, so we can give an answer. So my point over here, this is not a remote situation. This is going to happen more and more. So at our end, when we receive such things, we are also on social media, we're also on YouTube. So we just wait and watch, or we also answer. What's your thought on that? I mean, I got it, but I was like, I don't know if I should really get into it.
Links, I save these links and keep with me. Anybody asks, I'll immediately put the link. See this.
The devotee has responded, right?
Responded.
No.
Even Kerala stories, I never spoke one word about it.
Yeah.
Why? There are dozen people who have spoken. Dozen people.
Yeah, I mean,
Bhakti today, they
Yeah.
have performed very nicely.
Right.
Amogila Prabhu has spoken, Chanchan Prabhu has spoken. Many other ISKCON devotees. What you should do, Kerala stories, you take one. Kerala stories, refutation link. Put it and then put dozen links. Anybody asks, I send that. That's all I do. Well, whatever I want to say, already somebody is saying. So we don't have to say it. Also, honestly speaking, I will not get into this controversial things because then my time for teaching the knowledge will be reduced. We can just give pure knowledge and refutation you catch and give. Somebody has already done it. Take it.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. So I have one question. Hare Krishna. Sri Chaitanya Chandra here.
Yeah, Hari Bol.
So, like recently, we heard from Bhanu Maharaj also, and like Sri Keshava Prabhu also telling that this Vaidhi sadhana, if there are these 9 stages, Radho Shraddha Sadhu Sangha. So if we complete that in Vaidhi sadhana, even after Prem, one attends Vaikunta, and one who does Vaidhi Raganuga, then he, by the same stages, he attends Golok. So now, how to know that what I am following, Vaidhi sadhana, Vaidhi Raganuga, and what changes we have to make in our lifestyle to follow, because everybody wants to go to Golok. So then
We are following Vaidhi Raganuga because Prabhupada is a Raga Bhakta. Correct, no? We are whose follower? Prabhupada follower. You don't know the pastime. Prabhupada said, I am meditating on what is in Krishna's
tiffin box.
So he's a Raga Bhakta. Another time Prabhupada ate also before offering, correct, no? Then Mati said, Prabhupada is not offered it. All right.
But as
also Prabhupada writes a poem. When will I meet you, Krishna, in the pastures of Vrindavan? I'll play with you, yeah. So, follower of Raga Bhakta. So, you're doing Vaidhi Raga Bhakti, boss?
Just like somebody, I heard that we have to meditate on how I can participate in Vraja and that.
Right. You have to meditate. For that, you should have crossed the Nishtha stage. Are you in Nishtha, or Ruchi, or Asakti? Which stage?
Adho Shraddha.
No, you're which stage now? Huh?
Adho Shraddha.
Yeah. Then you wait for that stage. Cross Nishtha, you can meditate. Tat anurage jana anugami kalam naye dakiramiti parisharam, he says. It's very well, yeah. Correct.
It's not a question, just because you have spoken something which link you are going to send. So you feel that all of us should hear that and it is required for all of us. That is my question, because
it is very short. It is about 40 minutes video refutation, because the refutation is important for us to watch. Why? Because he is telling what is Athinta Beda Abhida Tattva, how Mahaprabhu arrived at this, how we have connection to Madhva, and how we have connection. Very beautifully has explained this fellow.
that your talk yesterday.
Which one?
No, I am
Oh, that
you,
one. No, that is not important. If you want to hear, you can hear.
It's
optional.
That's what I wanted to know.
Yeah. If anybody has a doubt about loyalty, then you can hear. It is out of syllabus. Yeah. Those who have time, they want to hear, they can do.
Just one point to add. His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj, he once said that we are practicing Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, and the Upadesamut slok, what Prabhu quotes in text 8 actually, Anuragi Jananugami, Tisthan Braje Tadanuragi Jananugami. Someone asked to His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj, to whom we follow, Anuragi. Prabhupada, he said, see, those who are followers of Gaur Nityananda and practicing Vaidhi Bhakti, very nicely he said, those who are, they accept that Gaur Nityananda as their master, our Supreme Lord, but still practicing Vaidhi Bhakti, the time will come, they will attain Gaur Nityananda, and Gaur Nityananda is there in Golok Vrindavan. So, Gaurang Mahaprabhu, they are in spiritual world, in Golok Vrindavan. So, if someone is following Gaurang Mahaprabhu strictly, staunchly, and is following, then he will attain Gauranga. Gauranga is non-different from Radha Krishna, like that. And what Chaitanya Chandra Prabhu is saying that, how to know that in which stage we are practicing Raga Nuga. So, we follow Rupa Goswami. Although he has the form of Rupa Manjari, but in Sadhaka Deha, Seva Sadhaka Rupena, Siddha Rupena, Chatrahi, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. So, Sadhak Sarir mein hame follow karna hai Rupa Goswami ko. Rupa Goswami ne Upadesamrita diya hai, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu diya hai, unko follow kare. और जब जैसे प्रभु जी कह रहे निष्ठा स्तर से ऊपर हमारा चित्त शुद्ध हो जाता है, तब सिद्ध रूपेण वो मानसी सेवा, that's called Manasi Seva. Manasi Seva will eventually we can do and do that Manasi Seva. Wo, that is the higher stage.
Also, many people think that, my life is short. I'm already 50, but I'm 55 now. People think, what if my lifespan is only till 70 or 75? In this 20 years, will I cross Nishta and go to the stage where I will meditate on those things? So if somebody in Vrindavan is offering this right now, in this current stage, and he's a very big personality, so why not you accept? This is the idea with which many people want to go for a shortcut. But when they go for a shortcut, what happens? Because heart is not pure. And then they hear all lofty things they may hear. Then what happens? They become like a half-baked mango. Yeah. Sometimes the mango tree, you find one side it's orange, another side green. They become like that. Therefore, my confidence in this moment is, even if you don't cross Nishta before death, but you faithfully served all your life a Vaishnava spiritual master, then it is that spiritual master and Param Guru Srila Prabhupada, it is their business what to do with us. Because they are with Krishna and they know what is good for us. And we don't have to dictate terms to them. We have done our part. Like, I joined at the age of 25. So I served till 75. 50 years of service. I offer it to your Lotus feet. And you die. That's all. And then let them do what they want. If they say, hey, you have to come 100 more times, I will come. Because there's nothing to lose, because bhakti continues where you left. Now we have done wonderful in this life. So next life we are going to be born in an atmosphere where you will continue your devotion service. So I have no problem even because Rukmini says that. Yarhyam bujaksha nalabheya bhavat prasadam. She says, no, that yasyangri pankaj rajas napanam mahanto vanchanti umapati ribot mahatyai yopahatyai yaryam bujaksha nalabheya bhavat prasadam jahyam asun pratakrishan shatajanma bisya. I am ready to wait for 100 lifetimes. Who is ready to wait? If Rukmini can wait 100 life, can't we wait for at least this life? Correct, no? It's ridiculous to think that, because we want to take shortcut independent of Guru. So what kind of gentlemen are we? Yeah. Think about it. Huh? Guru has a plan for us. He has already arranged and given everything. Just follow faithfully. Prabhupada ki Jai. Prabhaktavinda ki Jai.
Hare Krishna. I will send them. Hare Krishna. So today we will send message for assessment date for this month. So please send your reply. Hare Krishna.